As COVID-19 has changed our personal and professional lives in ways we could have never imagined, UNC Health and the UNC School of Medicine have been at the forefront of clinical care, research, and clinical trials for therapies and crucial vaccine candidates. Now, safe and effective vaccines have been developed, and we expect they will soon receive emergency use authorization from the FDA. As a major health system, UNC Health is getting a supply of vaccines in accordance with the National Distribution Plan currently being implemented by the CDC. All frontline workers who provide care or services to COVID-19 positive patients will be the first coworkers eligible for the vaccine. Taking the COVID vaccine will not be mandatory, but we hope you will choose to be vaccinated and slow the spread of this virus, which has caused a level of devastation and loss you know all too well. As CEO of UNC Health and Dean of the UNC School of Medicine, I will be vaccinated for COVID-19 as soon as I am eligible. While it is true that these vaccines were developed in record time, attention to detail was not sacrificed, and clinical trials show that these vaccines are both safe and effective. As with any decision related to your health, please take time to carefully consider what is best for you and your loved ones. I hope that after you have time to consider all the potential risks and benefits, you'll come to the same conclusion that I have, that we are all safer if we are vaccinated against the COVID-19 virus. Now, Dr. David Weber will share more details.
An emergency use authorization is given by the FDA. It's a system for fast-tracking a drug or device that's of crucial public health importance. However, it's important to note that the drug, in this case one of the COVID vaccines, will still go through an intensive safety and efficacy review to make sure it is safe and effective for people to use. There are now 2 vaccines, COVID vaccines, that have data that has been released. Both are so-called mRNA vaccines, one by Pfizer and one by Moderna. Importantly, both vaccines show that between 90 and 95% of people, compared to people who did not receive the vaccine, were prevented from acquiring COVID after receiving 2 doses of the vaccine. We actually expect that sometime between mid and late December, we will receive shipments of both the Pfizer and the Moderna vaccines. In terms of receiving the vaccine, not really. Both the vaccines are 2 doses. They both require a second dose, one 28 days and one 21 days later. They have similar side effects, local side effects such as sore arms, some pain, and redness in a small number of people. They're both highly effective. The only real difference is how they're stored in terms of the temperature, but that's all done by pharmacy. The answer is yes. The data we've seen, and once it receives the EUA from the FDA, it will also be looked at by experts at the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, and will only be made available if it's both safe and effective. And we do believe that all healthcare personnel should receive this vaccine to protect themselves, to protect their loved ones, and to help protect the health of our community.